Yeah, we've realised we've got a little bit of a problem. The belt that went yesterday was the alternator belt. And when we left Cornwall, I checked, and we had 4 alternator belts as spares, so I thought that was more than enough. 1 gone yesterday, 3. When we were actually looking through the belts, though, one of them was an old belt that had been shoved back in the package. So in fact, we've only got 2 alternator belts left. Now, that ought, in theory, to be enough, but there are no Volvo Penta dealers on the west coast of Scotland, on the Hebrides, on the outer islands where we're going. And the last thing we want to do, for sake of a belt, is end up being stranded and have to be towed in. So we're trying to find another alternator belt. The nearest dealer I spoke to last night, he checked his stock this morning, he sold all these belts 2 days ago, hasn't got any in stock. There are 2 other Volvo Penta dealers in Northern Ireland. We're trying them now in the desperate hope that we might get belts. Otherwise, we're going to have to keep going, but it's not an ideal situation. So we're going to keep ringing around and hope we can actually find one.
I mean, I don't know, Sam mentioned, I mean, it's like a V shape with the kind of teeth as well. Not a smooth finish sort of thing.
I'll just go back to you. 077 8805 427. And you are Malcolm, is it? Tony. Okay. Brilliant. Thanks for all your help, mate. Cheers, Tony. Bye now.
Had a crafty idea there, John?
Yeah, crafty idea. It's a good compromise. What we're doing, I've got hold of an engineer in Stornoway. He's going to get belts in for me for us to pick up there. So fingers crossed, if on the belts we've got we can get to Stornoway, we've then got backup. I mean, hopefully we won't need them at all, but yeah, so there'll be belts there waiting for us in Stornoway.
How are the conditions?
Oh, it's total glass calm. It's just a dream. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. You couldn't have better boating conditions. Just coming to Ballycastle on the very northern tip of Northern Ireland, just south of Rathlin Island. Fuel is going to be the big issue for us for the rest of the trip now. So we're just topping up. We probably only need 100 litres or so, but every little bit's going to help, because from now on up fuel is so scarce and so difficult to get all the way up to until we get the Hebrides really. So just a safety measure, just topping up. We've just headed across towards Rathlin Island now, and this is the lighthouse on the very western tip of it. Even on a flat calm day like today, you could feel the currents coming through there. They absolutely charge through there, and you get some decent big seas. And what's even more amazing is the way we're dressed. It's like we were dressed when we were down in Spain. Well, alright, I'm not wearing shorts, but t-shirt, little gilet, and that's it. And it's gorgeous and warm. It's actually, the weather is just as good as we had when we were down in the south of France and Spain last year. Long may it last. It's great, really great.
I'm going to apologise just once for my appalling pronunciation. Calling Islay Islay throughout these podcasts. I'm embarrassed.
Well, we're right at the very southwest tip of Islay. There's a little village in there, tiny little community. You can feel the swell coming in off the Atlantic, even though there's no wind. The Atlantic never sleeps, it just slumbers. It's breaking on the rocks over there. So there's still Atlantic swell, but then we've been in the shelter of Ireland all the time. It's only now we've come out, we're on the outside of the islands, there's no shelter at all. But conditions are still beautiful.
What do you reckon? Looks like a nice bit of wall there against the jetty here. Solid bit of wall. Maybe it's where visitors can pull up. These berths are for pleasure craft only.
Well, we've landed on Colonsay and we're going to stay here for the night. It's a beautiful island. All you can hear is the sheep. So calm, so tranquil. We headed round the outside of Islay, and that felt like you were dropping off the edge of the world. It was so bleak, so remote. Nothing out there apart from the Atlantic.
amazing sensation. The adrenaline was really running as we were going along there. I'm sure lots of people do it in motor cruisers, but for us it felt really special. And then we've come in here for the night. We were planning to go further, but we didn't want to rush it. So we just thought, come in here, take a bike ride around the island, and then it looks like Thursday night, 9 o'clock, is pub quiz in the local pub, so I think we'll be joining in. But it's a great, great landfall. I'm so happy we stopped here.